Good evening, South Fork family. I'm coming to you from the studio here at South Fork Central here in the new classroom. For those of you who've forgotten what this looks like, come on by sometime when nobody else is here. Do the distance thing, but kind of check out the place, right? It's just lonely without you, and I'm so looking forward to being in this room full of my brothers and sisters, sharing and loving and worshiping God together. We've made a bit of a tradition now of every Thursday or Friday. I get to spend a few minutes with you, sharing some updates from our medical situation, and then offering some advice about how to go forward. This week really is a good news week. I know that may sound a little bit awkward if you watched the news this evening and saw that the death toll in the country was the highest it's been. And yet, we're actually now in the middle of this storm. And our community, our state, has really not suffered the ravages or the real dire circumstances that many were predicting or anticipating early on. Our death rate and sickness rate is lower than predicted. The likelihood of us overwhelming our healthcare system is really pretty much past. Our social distancing sacrifice is really working. And I thank you for doing that and for enduring this sacrifice. And for all of us, it has truly been a sacrifice. Good news, our testing capabilities, our PPE resources, our healthcare teams' preparedness, all of these are growing and getting better every day. We're better prepared for the back end of this storm than we were at the front end. We're actually starting to plan for our recovery phase in our healthcare systems, our hospitals, our institutions, and our government. South Fork has received a major gift from a really special family to support benevolence needs in the days and weeks ahead. And so if you have a need, please call on us. We need to help you and get through this tough time. And we have the resources to do that. Our church family is connecting daily through the Zoom and through other avenues. So even though physically we're separated, in some ways I think we're closer than we've ever been. And all of this is really good news, and I want us to focus on that. Yes, there is uncertainty. How long is this going to last? How much longer before the eye of the storm passes and we're on the other side? When should we relax our isolation expectations? These are things that we just don't know the answer to yet. So, as we started a few weeks ago, we'll continue to patiently endure as Christians in a community and a society where we will model Christ-likeness in a disturbing, distressful time. What are we going to do while we wait? Last week I offered you a few suggestions about what you could do personally. This week I'd like to share, I think, something that we can participate in because it's happening and we just need to join. We can actually help others find God because they're starting a search in ways that we've never seen before. I read a report that said that while the vast majority of Americans own Bibles, a large percentage say they've never read it. And yet a small company in California that sells Bibles for the Instagram generation has seen a 143% increase in requests compared to last year. Even amidst the suffering and financial hardship, we've continued to see people engage with our company by utilizing our free resources and purchasing Bibles as encouraging gifts for loved ones, and for themselves. We believe people are buying Bibles because there's a longing to connect with God, to find meaning, and to experience peace. Lifeway Christian Resources saw a 62% increase last week compared to the same week a year ago. We don't think this is an accident, their CEO said, as people often go to the Bible as a source of hope in times of crisis and uncertainty. The Bible, as God's word to us, is a reminder that He doesn't leave us to walk alone through difficult times. Another Bible publication company has seen an increase in their Life Application Study Bible, Immerse Bible for Study Groups, and others. Our Eastern European, or EEM, mission team have had a dramatic increase in requests for Bibles in Eastern Europe. And it's challenging because they, like us, are kind of obligated to the social isolation, and they can't get out and deliver or do what they want to do to serve these people. And so I'm going to encourage you this week to seek out or connect with someone who you believe is seeking God now and in a way that they haven't before. Help them connect. Show them the way. Be the bridge to Christ for them. I'll end with a little story that I heard from one of our EEM development team. He tells of a story that he titles "Tell Him Again, Charlie." And this isn't me, but this is actually about Charles Spurgeon, who is an evangelist from the last century. And we don't know if this story is true or not, but it probably is and should be. Spurgeon invited his grandfather to listen to him preach. And when he got to the good news, his grandfather, seated close behind him, sort of whispered loudly, "Tell him again, Charlie." Well, the story goes that his grandfather kept urging him to tell him again. And by the grace of God, many people found Christ and began their journey to Christ that day. If it's true or not, the Lord definitely used Spurgeon and others like him, faithful ministers, to lead souls to Christ. And you can do that same thing. Tell them again. What a great way to patiently endure a storm that is passing over us now. I can't help but reflect on the fact that on a Thursday evening like this, 2,000 years ago, a group of brothers got together in a room to share a meal, and they didn't know it, but they were in the midst of a storm that was about to pass over them in a way that they had no understanding of. And little did they know how it was going to turn out. And what a wonderful ending and beautiful sky would appear on the other side of that storm. And we'll think about that this weekend and every Sunday as we really enjoy our relationship with Christ and appreciate what He's done for us. May God bless you and your family and those that you tell them again this week. And I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.